Welcome back. We're looking at the tag and some other fill-ins that we can do for this Echo in Jesus' Name by Charity Gayle. So I'm going to start with addressing the tag. There's 4 chords here, and it's a pretty simple walk down progression. We're going to start with an F chord, F7, it goes down to E flat 7, we have D minor 7, and end with the C suspended chord. So in the normal positions, those of you that are comfortable with 7s, I'm going to place the A on the top of my chord. That's where the melody is. We walk. So C, E flat, F, and A here. E flat 7 as close as possible. B flat, D flat, E, and G in the right hand. Nearby you have D7, C, D, F, and A. And then just walking down to the left, C suspended 4, C, F, and G. Okay, so to make this sound a little more in the style, we'll add in some extra notes. However, if you're just getting started with playing chords and chord progressions, I would say work on adding the chords and their 7ths just the way that we showed you. The arrangement I gave you puts the melody on the top of the right hand so your vocalist can find where the pitch is exactly. That can be very helpful for you as well as the singers. So if that's where you're at, you can pause now and let that be your practice session for a while. If you want to go forward, then come with me. We'll add in some extra things as we go along. So the F7 chord on we walk. Sometimes I've found people like to do a little bit of an F9. So you can do that where you add in the G like G, C, F, but the melody is actually here. So I'm actually spanning G down with the thumb and A and the pinky to get the melody. So that's really a decision up to you. I think I just keep it simple and mostly do the F7 right there. We walk, and then I'll do a walk down, F, E, and then do an E flat 7, like that. So, we walk in your victory. There. So it's just that F, E, the E flat, bam, you're on the E flat chord. Notice that the melody is actually on the pitch A, not G. So I'm actually going to leave G out of the E flat chord. Yes, it is possible. These chord progressions, we arrange, suit them to taste quite a bit. So I'm going to suggest you leave the G out because it can be confusing to your singers if you're playing G, but actually the melody is the A. They're only a step apart. So I'm spelling this chord as right hand as B flat below middle C, D flat, F, and then the melody at the top right there, B flat, D flat, F, A, 1, 2, 3, 5, everything but the 4th finger. Left hand, you're going to take the name of the chord, E flat, and you can do an E flat to D flat, a 7th stretch, an octave stretch, although the 7th is more typical in the style. And if you like the flavor, you could even go to a C on the thumb, E flat to C in the left. That would give you an E flat 13 chord. So if you like that sound, you can put that in there. So that's the E flat 13 versus the E flat 9 only. So, season to taste, however fits you best. And then we're going to walk through, before we go to the D minor 7 chord, there's a small fill you can do. I've seen it as A flat over E flat, going to G minor over E. A flat over E flat, go into G minor over E, and then D minor 7. I actually prefer to spell that slightly different. I do A flat over F, G minor over E, and then you walk down to the D minor. So basically I'm creating a straight bass walk descending like that. So we would do it in that order. Again, you can suit it however you'd like. I'm going to take the A flat over F approach. So as you come out of the E flat 7 or E flat 9 chord, we stand in authority, da, ba, 4 and 1. So it's just a straight walk down. So there's your D minor 7, just spelling that as C, D, F, and A. Again, keeping the A on the top. She stays on that pitch very, very carefully. For your glory, Lord, for your glory. So it goes to that G there. And then I like to do it actually as a C, F, G. Lord, for your glory, Lord. So it just kind of sits on that C chord as you finish the end of that tag. I also put in a small chromatic run for fun, especially if you're rotating and repeating that tag several times as we normally do. I go back to a walk really quickly. So all for your glory, Lord, for your glory, Lord, and da 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 da. walk in your victory, da ba, and you can go from there. So it would be on that second time you say for your glory. So for your glory, Lord. Let me go back. Oh, for your glory, Lord, for your glory, Lord, for your glory, Lord. So on that second time you say the word glory, for your glory, Lord, for your glory, Lord, you do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's 7 notes. Basically, it would run like if you do your rhythms, it'd be 16th notes, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and so 16th, 8th note. So if you like to visualize rhythms, that might help you. So that would give you a nice way to fill out that tag with some of the gospel sounds. You could do some more chromaticism also in the chorus if you felt so inclined. You could do, I like to do on that second line, strongholds break. We do a straight walk. So, it's all down in Jesus' name. Strongholds, strongholds, strongholds break. Strongholds break. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So I'm just doing simple chromatics, 1, 3, 1, 3, the usual chromatic fingering, and then landing on that D minor chord in the right hand. So it's just something fancy you can do. For those of us in the class that have been working on chromatic scales, I want to give you a little hope there's a way to bring that in to this chord chart as well. And then lastly, you could do a descending, partially chromatic bass line as you finish off the chorus. Right here, so pour it out to, oh, let me pull this camera down. Pour it out, 2, 3, excuse me. God in Jesus' name, amen. In Jesus' name. So it would be on that walk from the D minor to the C at the end of the chorus, just to provide some bass work, give you something to do in the left hand, especially if you don't have a bass player. I'm assuming your band is without a bass. If you do have a bass player, then I'd suggest you stay out of there. But if you are alone or don't have anybody in that position of your band, you are free to perhaps add that in. So one more time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 and 4. Yeah, so you can do that. D is from the D minor chord, and then C sharp, C, B flat, A, G. Pour it out, Jesus. Well, if you came looking for ideas and inspiration on how to get the gospel sound on this song, I think you have found it here. Give me some feedback. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you would like to see more of, and I hope to see you soon.